السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. بسم الله. Yesterday I was watching a forum and it was about the hot topic that all Muslims are asked all the time, and it's how to be Muslim in America. And how to navigate being Muslim in this country. And I have to tell you that day by day I see that we're being less and less Muslim to be more and more American. And go out of my way to convince you that I'm like you. I show you that I'm me, and you end up liking me. That's how it should be, right? And everything you see is who I am. And that's it. So I guess we have to strip down that question to who am I in this country? We have to strip it down even more. Who am I? And when you find out your identity, when you find out who you are, whether it be Muslims or not, you don't really have this desire to impress other people. You don't have this desire to get people to accept you for who you are. And the reason why I say that Islamophobia, it didn't really occur to me, was because people, like I said, people may have given me dirty looks, and my husband would be like, I would notice that my husband's the one that would kind of like notice, and he would tell me, and I would say, oh, I didn't notice. And it's because I don't really care if you're going to give me a dirty look. Because I wear my hijab, and I really, really, really am proud of it. And I love hijab shopping. And I have a passion for it. And I've had a lot of struggles, but I don't think wearing hijab was one of them. I don't think being Muslim was one of them either. I think it was being just human. So the question isn't how to be Muslim in this country. It's about how to be a good Muslim to yourself, and so that you are good between you and Allah SWT. And so how do you do that? You follow the teachings of our most beloved Rasulullah SAW. And you work on being a good person within. And that will really, really, really illuminate in your appearance and in the way people treat you. Show people that Muslims, they're not stoic, that they smile. Show people that Muslims have so much love and compassion in their hearts. By being a good person and having love and compassion in your heart. Sure, you might have to go out of your way to smile extra. You might have to go out of your way to do extra good deeds. Is that really so bad? No. Because there's hikmah. I think Islamophobia, the hikmah of it is to be better Muslims, to strengthen this ummah. Because me personally, no matter how annoyed I am with my kids out in public and people are looking at me, I know that people are looking at me, so I have to be extra courteous and extra friendly. And it's not that I'm being fake, but it's that I just want to represent Islam in the most pure and most beautiful and most illuminating light. And when you represent who you are, when you shine your Islam, when you show that you love being Muslim, they're going to love you. And they're not, and you know, it's all about like interreligious dialogue, right? Like you should always be proud of who you are. You should never try to silence it or suppress it. Being Muslim is such an honor. And show people what that honor looks like. Don't go from Muhammad to Mo. If your name is Yusuf, go with Yusuf, not Joe. If your name, etc., etc. You know, people had a lot of issues with how I named my son. Because they're like, how are you going to name your son Hilmi when you know you live in America? And I've never encountered a white person that was like, Hilmi? 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 Do you know who does that though? Arabs. Hilmi? إيش هالاسم؟ من وين جبتي هالاسم? We're always so desperate and trying to put a guard up that it's not necessary. Because I've honestly, when people ask me, they say, okay, well, what does that mean? And I tell them that there are variations of pronunciations, and I'm not going into it because I'm going to make a whole video about names and all that stuff. But they'd be like, oh my God, that is so beautiful and interesting and unique. And when they say it, they don't mean it as an insult, like gharib. Like, unique is beautiful. So yeah, don't try to always be on the defense all the time. There's no need for it. Just be yourself. Like, what is this nonsense? Like, how to be a Muslim in this country? You just have to be a good person. How to be a good person in any country. You know, being a human being, being a decent human being applies no matter where you are in the globe. And so, I don't know, I guess it drives me nuts, honestly. It drives me nuts when people ask me questions like that. Because I'm like, how is it relevant? How is what country I live in relevant to the person that I am? It's not. And I say that, but being a good person is by following Islam. And what Islam teaches us, and the hikmah of the Quran, and finding truth within ourselves. And so, I am a Muslim in this country because I am Rula in every country. That's who I am. And when you carry yourself, and you know who you are, and you have a head on your shoulders, and you don't try to modify for other people's approval, then people are going to be drawn to you. And there's gonna be something about you. And I have like a superpower, kind of. But when I meet people, they are instantly drawn. When I meet people, whether it be at the supermarket, whether it be anywhere, they'll see me from afar and I can tell that they're nervous, but as soon as I start talking to them, we end up having a conversation. I swear to you, no matter what. Whether it be a Trump supporter or not. Whether it be someone of old age or young age. And it's because all people want is to encounter a good person. And politics is politics, and it'll always be politics. But people don't always think politically. So, I don't know. I hope I got through to you guys, and you know, this hijab is so special, and it's so sacred, and it's such an honor. And so wear it with that pride. And don't modify it for them. For anyone else. Because nobody cares what you do at the end of the day. But do it. What you do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look inside your nafs. Rejuvenate your intention. Remind yourself of your purpose. And wallahi, I mean, white people are really, really nice people. Trust me. They really are. I mean, every time, like, the repair guy I'll give you an example. We have a repair guy. He's the same guy that comes every time, Haram. I kind of take advantage because it's free. It's not free. We paid with rent, but you know. And he's a Trump supporter. And sometimes, like, we'll get into the little dibble-dabble, but I mean, it's joking. It's with smiles. It's light. It's fluffy. It's not like, you're a Trump supporter. It's like, so, what do you think of Trump? No. And I'm never, like, being condescending or rude to him. Because I always tell him, I get it. Like, you know, it's your life. It's your life. Like, you know, people here in West Virginia, they've been unemployed and all that stuff. So I always tell them, like, I understand. Like, seriously, I get it. And so don't be closed-minded to other people if you don't want other people to be closed-minded to you. Oh, and another thing, this repair guy, he was telling me that he was asking me, he was listening to me speaking to my kids in Arabic. He's like, so how many languages do you know? And I said, oh, I know 2. And I said Arabic and English. And so he's like, oh, was it hard to learn English? I said, no, it was really hard to learn Arabic. So, you know, and I just, like, started laughing, you know, like, and I promise you, he wasn't trying to be mean. He wasn't trying to be rude. He wasn't trying to be disrespectful. You know, we're always trying to be at the defense and, like, attack. And it's like, there's no need for it. Just, like, relax, chill, okay? And with that being said, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and please subscribe and support this growing YouTube channel, and I will see you next week, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
I feel best when my soul is free. Who I am, just let me be. Cause like it or not, but God loves me. Who I am, yeah, who I am. I feel best when my soul is free. Beyond my body, can't you see? All that matters is that God loves me. Who I am, just let me be. Cause like it or not, but God loves me. God loves me. Who I am, all that matters is my soul is free. Who I am, this is me. Nothing, everything, can't you see? Who I am, just let me be. Cause like it or not, but God loves me.